How's it going, guys? It's Eclipse here, and today we're taking a look at a really good replay of the Hetzer. This is a 10 kill gameplay. I know that's a little bit of a spoiler, but we are going to see exactly what the Hetzer can get up to down at these low tiers. Tier 4 German TD with a ridiculous gun, basically, is what it is. It's got heat ammunition and manages to deal 350 damage if you manage to penetrate. Only has got 100mm, but down at these low tiers, that's more than enough to go through most tanks at this tier. I'm playing solo, so this is just me on my own. I was currently grinding out the season pass on my opposite account, or alternate account, just to get some gold and stuff like that, and some premiums on that one, and hopefully get some stuff out of the crates, or the whatever you want to call them, the key cards. So maybe I can create some new content with regards to premium tanks and stuff like that. So what do you want to do with the Hetzer? This sort of stuff. One shot that medium tank straight away off the bat, barely aimed, and yeah, he did not have fun. That's what you can expect with the Hetzer. At tier 4, things don't get health. Itself, you can literally one shot yourself if you come up against the same tier tank. So I moved over to this point in the battle just because I thought what you can do is you can get shots down on opponents, like this light tank over here. I was going to fire at him, but this Stuart gets in the way, and for some reason our teammates are a bit angry with him, trying to push him off. Don't know what's going on there, but luckily Karma gets him, and he gets taken out from the game. So I've got 6 cents in this. I've only got three crew skills, I think, or at this time I might have only had 2. So I think I probably had 6 cents and the crew effectiveness one, born leader or something like that. So what do we decide to do? We're basically trying to get up into this position, and with the Hetzer, because it kind of golfs, it's a little bit of a golf tank, it can actually loop shells over things, and you can see how long it takes to hit, as it took like well over a second there to hit the opponent. We see this TD in the form of the Marder, but we're going to go for this light tank, and there you go, golfed. Switch on to the SU-26, who's at the back, or SU-25, and he's gone as well. So we're on a stupid amount of kills already. We get spotted here, which isn't ideal, by this light tank over here. You can actually get gun depression if you come up like this. We go for a shot, and just as we manage to actually get a shot on him, he dies to one of our teammates. So what am I going to do here? It's not looking great. We've got less tanks, and the enemy team is kind of pushing now and kind of rinsing out the last remaining people on my team. What do I want to do? Obviously on Abbey, you're kind of limited by what you can do with the tank destroyer. A lot of it is close quarters fighting on the corners, that of which the Hetzer is alright at doing, just because it has that alpha damage, but it's not particularly great in terms of the hull lock and stuff like that, so you can't turn your turret or anything because you don't have one. What you have to do is really kind of catch people out in the wrong place, like this Sav M43 as he gets removed from the game. Yeah, it's really not balanced when you come down to these low tiers where, you know, beginner players are playing, and when you're fairly experienced at the game, like myself, I've got 20,000 battles, I've played a lot, I've got crews, although this is my alternate account, but you can only imagine what it's like with an actual crew with like 9 skills on it. It really isn't balanced for the opposition. So we've got this Vesper here, or the Griller, I believe, I don't know, I think it's the Vesper, but he keeps pushing us. Just as we aim, he pushes me and moves me away, but we do manage to secure the kill anyway. So I was pretty chuffed with what I've done already so far. I'd literally just carried both flanks, but we're kind of wary still, because obviously if I miss that Marder as the Vesper hits into us, he honestly doesn't know how to drive yet.
We want to make sure we get the martyr before he gets us. And that Vesper over there definitely being a little bit of a rogue this game. So what can we do in the Hetzer that you can't in other tanks? It's obviously the one shot because of the 350 alpha damage with heat, 450 on your standard rounds, but you do only get like 65mm of penetration, and if you bounce, you've got a little bit of a reload to wait, and when you don't have particularly great armor or anything, then it's not fun playing the Hetzer that much. So making sure you got to hit your shots is something that's key in this tank. Well, it's key along the whole line up to the tier 10 on this line, like Jaegeru. If you miss your shot in that thing, well, it's curtains for you, to be honest. It's not a great tank. But that's not what we do this game. We've been hitting pretty much everything. We're on 7 kills. There's 3 tanks left. We've got a TD, we've got a light tank, and an artillery left in the game. The artillery goes for us there. Sneaky little thing. And you know, hopefully we can get a Radley Walters out of this game. At the current time when I was thinking that, what do you have to do in the Hetzer? Well, just Hetz. This massive gun is fantastic. I've been playing quite a bit of the lower tiers because I've been playing on alternate accounts. I've done one up to season rank 100. I've done my main account to rank 100. I'm currently on my 3rd account of doing the battle pass and getting that up to rank 100. I think I'm at season rank 30. Obviously, the more ops that are out, the easier it is to get the season pass done as quickly as possible. And realistically, I'm just trying to increase my chances of getting premium tanks out of those key cards. And since I enjoy playing whatever, it doesn't really bother me as to which tanks I'm playing that much. I mean, on my main account, I'm playing the French tier 7 TD, which is definitely not one of the good ones. But yeah, it's really just trying to grind and farm that out to be able to get as many key cards, as many stuff like that, and obviously you make your gold back from the season, so it's not a case of, you know, you spend 2,000 gold and get nothing back for the chance. You do get your gold back, so you know, every time a new season comes out, I'll be able to hop on those accounts and get it for free again, so long as I, you know, go to rank 100 on each of the accounts. Now, in this last bit of the game, I'm just searching for the enemy tanks. I don't want to get caught out. You know, I might have 270 hit points, be on full health. It doesn't really mean a lot at tier 4. You can lose them very, very quickly, and there's a lot of broken tanks at these lower tiers. You know, tier 5's got the Panzer 5.4, absolutely not broken, and that's what is next. The next replay will be on is the Panzer 5.4 and exactly how ridiculous getting yourself in a platoon of them is. Yeah, it's just not fair or balanced against the enemy team. If you know, there's multiple of you that are experienced at the game in tanks that are just way too overpowered at their tier. I mean, comparatively, the Panzer 5.4 has like 3 times the hit points of the Hetzer, and it's 1 tier higher. Like, what are you going to do in the Hetzer against something like a Panzer 5.4? It's just not a lot at all. And I really don't like that idea, is that, you know, it's just not fun, is it? So there's 2 tanks left. It's taken a while for us to get there, but we will eventually make it to getting them and, you know, pick up 10 kills. I wanted to really talk about in this video the disparity between, you know, playing balanced tanks at tier 6, you know, and there's just blatant overpowered unbalanced tanks at these tiers that really do need to get worked out and really change, because it's not actually fair. They've obviously tried to balance the higher tier tanks, and by saying, you know, we balance the high tier tanks doesn't mean that it's going to be fun for the newer players, because, you know, they don't have the high tier tanks. If they didn't already know this, their newer players do actually have to play the low tier tanks to be able to actually get the high tier tanks. So that's something they really need to focus on and kind of work that out, because every new player has to play through these tiers. And when you're coming up against experienced players like myself or some of the platoon mates that you'll see, it really isn't fair at all. And that guy obviously was AFK in the base. It doesn't mean too much, but if he was there or not, I would have taken him out in one shot. And it's just very silly that's able to happen in this game. And I'd really like some rebalancing of these tiers. I don't know if Wargaming will ever do that, but it's certainly it's just not fun for anyone involved, and I'm really hoping that gets sorted out as soon as possible. We'll move on to the next gameplay of the Panzer 5.4 and kind of check that out for you guys as well. So if you've stuck around this far, thanks very much. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and then we'll move on to this gameplay right now. So this next clip here is on Abbey. This is in the Panzer 5.4. There's 3 of us in the Panzer 5.4, and you know what? This is one of the most broken things I think I've ever seen. It would never ever work at any other tier other than this, and in this tank, to be honest, it's just absolutely crazy. And it's something that I don't mean to ruin people's games, but this is just stupid. We decided to, go into a fortress with 3 of us all joined together and drive straight through the middle of the map. Obviously, the whole enemy team is going to be right next to us. We put 1 into everyone, and then we start splitting up here. Panzer 5.4 gets the Panther hole. It's stupid. You can see the kill feed here going on. Everyone just getting killed by us. Hetzer there, we actually aim 1 at him, decided we went for a ram but didn't actually manage to get him. IKV is firing at us. Half their enemy team is dead within a minute of the game starting. 1 last person taken out. The mediums over there, just an absolute rollicking, really, to be honest. It's just tiers like this and tanks like this where you've got 870 hit points. That's 200 more than pretty much any tank. That's the same as a tier 6 heavy tank, and that's a tier higher than you. And you're meant to be a medium tank that can go 55. You've got a Panzer hole, which basically means that you can ram every single tank at tier 5 and do more damage than it, especially if you put the perks in. Often you'll do 2, 3, 4. Sometimes they won't even damage you at all. It's just crazy what you can do with these tanks. Obviously, I've not had the best game myself. I mean, 982 damage isn't bad, but considering their team is pretty much all dead within 2 minutes, disgusting. Really, really disgusting. Yeah. I hope you guys can get an idea of what the Panzer 5.4 is like, and just what kind of games you can actually have when you're in a platoon of 3 of them. Obviously, you see my platoon mates just ramming this tank here, and we pick that guy up for the crucial contribution. 12 kills in total between 3 of us, averaging obviously 4 kills per person. Obviously, it was slightly different than that, with one of us picking up 6 and both of the other ones picking up 3. You'll see we've got Brothers in Arms, crucial contribution, steel wall medal. We managed to pick up, combined together, we managed to pick up, 5,500 damage between us. If you see there, the amount of damage that our team picked up, less than 1,000 damage. Or just over 1,000 damage. 1,080 damage or something similar to that. That was between all of our team. Just one of us did more damage than the entire of our team, and we picked up 12 kills. It's unheard of, and I just thought that this game was crazy, and I thought you might want to see it. Hopefully you guys aren't flooding the matchmaker now with your Panzer 5.4s or rushing to buy them. They are 3,000 gold each, so yeah, quite expensive for a tier 5 as well. But if you want to pick one up, go ahead. If not, don't. But these tanks just aren't balanced in the slightest, and I wanted to kind of demonstrate the gameplay for you, and I hope you guys did enjoy. Just another one of those features and kind of things Wargaming have forgotten about, but hopefully we'll kind of get that sorted out. Obviously yesterday's video was kind of about getting some suggestions from you guys. You can continue to do that in this video. You can also check out some of the guides and stuff. I've got a map video coming soon. It's 44 minutes, and I was rendering it for a bit, and then I decided I don't know if you guys are going to want to sit through 44 minutes of me talking about El Haloof. So I'm going to probably condense that down and kind of get rid of some of the content on that. I don't think I need to go into so much depth. Maybe I'll just take screenshots of the areas that you need to go in rather than use the replay system. Any thoughts on that would be interesting. I don't know if you'd want to sit through 44 minutes of content, whether you come back to it, I don't know, but it is pretty in-depth, and I'd like your thoughts on that, please. So leave that in the comment section below and we'll kind of work that out. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. If you want to check out any more content on the channel, then there should be some on screen right now. If not, I hope you finish off whatever you're doing on World of Tanks and kind of see whether you guys start picking up the Panzer V4. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day once again, and goodbye. See ya.